What's up, YouTube? My name's Aaron with All3 Pools and ICF Guru. I'm just getting back from World of Concrete. Just got back in late last night, right ahead of the blizzard of 2026. It's snowing like crazy out there. It's gonna stop for a little bit and then we're gonna get pounded tonight with maybe a foot of snow. It'll be the most snow we've had in a lot of years here in Missouri, at least in our part of Missouri. But I did get a good little bit of video, some stuff with Fab Form, some stuff with one of my two guys that I've trained that won awards at the ICF Awards. But rather than edit all that stuff and try to get it out for Sunday, I thought I would just shoot a cool video kind of giving you a longer form intro. I know I teased it last week about our new warehouse home, our flex space that we are building with a couple partners. It's going to be a lot of my ICF content next year. I am super fired up. I was showing it around to some of the different ICF guys that were at World of Concrete. And there's just a lot of cool things happening in 2026. So I got a few notes on my phone that I wanted to kind of hit from World of Concrete, kind of takeaways. The first one is more of a random one. Shout out to stiletto hammers. They've always been I've always had a hickory handle 14-ounce titanium hammer since I was 22. Got out of college and went to work for a framing crew. And the guy that you'll see in some of my videos, Keith, was my foreman. And he had one. I thought it was kind of a status symbol. Just like ladies in their handbags, you got to have a bougie hammer. I've had about 2 or 3 of them walk off of jobs. He actually got me this brand new one this year for Christmas. And randomly, my mom had heard the word stiletto and got me way too nice of a hammer for me and the amount I work with a hammer anymore. But I found out they had colored handles, but they didn't have a baby blue one, and you know we're baby blue. And I walked up on their booth and they had one on the wall. And I got excited. I wanted to buy it. They couldn't sell it to me off the shelf. And so they tried to show me how to do it online, and they found out what I found out, that it's not online. And the guy that runs their Instagram account, so follow on Instagram. They got a really fun account. But he told me if I'd wait till Thursday, the end of the show, he'd give it to me. And he did. I got an All3 hammer now, guys. I'm pretty fired up about that. You know, I might as well be a Gucci purse if I was a lady. So anyway, awesome hammer. Pretty excited about it. I got the mallet cap so I can beat on ICF without hurting it. And that was just kind of a fun one. Now, as you guys remember last year, we've won pool awards every year since 2023. We won first in 2023 for this pool. We won second and third in 2024 for these 2 pools. And then last year, a pool that we kind of helped with a little bit. We had done the finish on it and some other stuff, but Austin Mooneyham won first place for a pool down in Arkansas. And this year, again, I thought it was really cool last year that one of our trainees had won an award. We had 2 more. We didn't get our submittal done. There was no turf and there was no good stuff around the pool yet to get awesome photos, which the magazine that puts on these awards really appreciates good photos. Me and the owner of that property decided to hold that one off a year because it is going to be epic when it's done. But Cody Johnson, at 23 years old, won second place in the nation for this really awesome pool in Rogersville, Missouri, my hometown. And then Steve Griffith, who a lot of my trainees have been showing love to since this, because if you guys have been to my training, you know Steve he was at my Dolphin Island training. That's where I met him. He was still active duty in the Navy at that time. He worked on nuclear subs. He was a nuclear officer of some sort. I've never really pretended to fully understand it, but he had a really cool job in the Navy. He was on his way out, and he had already built a full build block house, I-span, the works, completely non-combustible, right on the coast, so it's hurricane proof. And he had this very ambitious pool, crazy ambitious pool. And we did a remote training, you guys might remember that from a couple years ago, in Kingsland, Georgia, where we just helped him. We conducted a training event at his place and poured just his catch basin. Just the catch basin for this pool was 50 feet long and 10 feet deep. It was like a lap pool that caught the water off of the pool, the other pool. We poured it and the foundation for the next level of pool. This thing ends up having 3 tiers. I mean, obviously I'll link it. Hopefully this summer I get down his way and I can give you guys a full tour video of this. But Our trainees won first and second again this year, guys. I honestly swear that is so much cooler than us winning something, in my opinion. I couldn't be prouder of those guys. They did awesome. So at World of Concrete, obviously, Joey's booth was popping again. The Fab Form guys, they had this really cool display. We kind of came up with the idea when we were in Dubai together back in November, and realizing people that had never seen his products before didn't really know how they worked. I've got a video that I'll post next week showing those boys showing off their stuff. And then Cody, the guy that won second, was with me there, and we did a little video together. We'll get those out next week. That booth was doing great. I found that Fox Blocks has a really cool one-sided system. It does appear to be pricey. They didn't have pricing. I can just look at something and know it's not going to be cheap. We're hoping it's some pencils, because if it does, it's better than anything else that's out there right now. There are a couple other one-sided systems I know that are in development, so we'll just have to wait and see. I might do some review videos on those as they come out. We were also shopping for equipment. You know, guys, the warehouse I'm getting ready to show you, I'm going to be buying a curb machine of some sort, probably a curb roller. And we got some vibratory bull floats and Fresnos and stuff that we're going to be using. I've already had a dragon screed. I have to build a road for this warehouse. So we're going to be building a 900-foot long collector street. Collector streets in the cities mean 32-foot wide plus curb and gutter. And that's a very expensive road. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to put sweat equity in and save hundreds of thousands of dollars just on the road. Then we go into the warehouses that are going to be ICF. And it's a really elaborate development. I'm really fired up about it. We've got some really cool people that are already committed to coming in and renting space. And it's going to be really a home for not only us, but a lot of cool ICF and brace companies. And it's super exciting. And but before I get into the warehouse tour, because that's going to take the longest on this video, we do have a training coming up at the end of March, I think the 26th through the 28th. We have 3 trainings before that. We have 2 rental-it trainings and our first ICF pool training of this year that was sold out before it ever went live. We actually sold it out off of the wait list, but the March date that we added, because that one had so much demand, still has room. If you want to get a jump on the season and attend that, just hit up support@all3pools.com, and Patrick will help you out with all the details, travel arrangements, whatever. And it's going to be really cool. I'm going to get into my warehouse, because one thing about the training, this is going to be our new home for that as well, where we're going to have a dedicated space that's always set up. We're hoping to partner with multiple different artisans that have amazing talents for other things. We're going to do ICF homes. We're going to do ICF commercial training. I got a buddy who's an amazing decorative guy, walls, rocks, stamp, and we're going to probably hope to bring him in at least a couple times a year to do that training. Teaching you guys to put more arrows in your quiver, to be artists in this game and be awesome at what you do and make a bunch of money doing it. So we are also working on actually getting accreditation. So if you guys have jobs that require you to get continuing education, you'll be able to do that with our course, Double Dip. Get to come to a cool class and network with a bunch of fun people and get the credit knocked out, so you don't have to sit on the computer and do one of those BS classes that you just click away for 12 hours. So those are all things that are in the works, but real quick, I'm going to show you guys this warehouse that we're super excited about. The first image I've got right here, I've got it on my computer so I can kind of see what I'm going to superimpose on the video. You can kind of just see from the top, you see that little road. It is much more elaborate than that. They do make me cross my entire property so the next property owner can grab onto it if need be. The city that we're operating in does usually hold developers' feet to the fire a little bit by making us build the roads. We don't get any help from the city, but we do get what's called a developer agreement, meaning if anyone else uses that road beyond us, or they cut the curb to attach on the road we've already built, they will have to pay an assessment, pay us back for their part of the road that we constructed on our dime. So obviously, I want to build a nice road. We're going to have a lot of semi-traffic in and out of this facility. You can see Eric drew a little semi on that drawing, but let me see if I can slide to the next one here. But you can kind of see he's in love with that L-shaped building in the back. Realistically, that is the exact location of our flood retention. but we will have some space down in the bottom corner of this facility that we're probably going to either make some kind of a cool outdoor gazebo type area for when we're doing warmer weather training, or just a hangout for any of our other tenants. This building's going to be completely non-smoking, so that can be a place where somebody that does smoke could go and get their fix. But it's going to be pretty awesome. It's giant. Each one of those buildings that you see is 12,000 square feet. They're 60 by 200 with about 24-foot ICF walls. We did a ton of research on this flex space. We occupy a space very similar to this right now. And these bays are anywhere from 1,500 feet all the way up to 12,000 feet. The things that we found that we do not have that we wanted, and it seems pretty ubiquitous because we also talked to one of the biggest property managers in Missouri who owns some of these buildings and says he wished he would have implemented. We're going to have loading docks. Not every single unit will have direct access to it, but there's a nice 15-foot wide alley in the back that will get them to a loading dock. So there's going to be loading docks. There's going to be high enough ceilings to have 20 feet to the bottom of the trusses anywhere. It's 24 feet. They're K trusses, kind of like you'd see at Walmart, so the truss drops down in. So we got to go up higher with the ICF. And I'll be honest with you guys, most of these flex space warehouses, the office, it's usually, those 1,500 to 3,000 square foot units will have 150-ish to 300 feet of office, and then the rest is warehouse. It's a really awesome combination. I love our space. We just outgrew it. I mean, we have 3,000 feet right now, and we are constantly struggling moving stuff around more than it needs to be moved just to be able to breathe. That said, we don't have heat. We have a furnace that hangs from the ceiling and provides some heat, but it's not comfortable when it's super cold out. Our landlord did insulate our roof, so we actually do better than most of these flex spaces. They can generally be pretty cold. We're going to go ahead and put hydronic heat in the floor, guys. Probably use a heat source that is a little bit crazy that you guys know I've talked about. I've got a video coming out that's a little more long form on that. And so we're at least going to rough that system in so there's a base level of heat in all of these areas, and then the tenants will have options with multiple mini splits in those rooms to get them up to 75 degrees if they wish. So anyway, guys, this warehouse, we're breaking ground on the road in mere weeks, and I'm going to start bringing that to you. I've never gotten to show you guys building curbs, or first thing off the bat is we had a precast culvert called out on this road, and that precast culvert was going to be $85,000. And I had already told my engineer I didn't want precast. I'm a concrete guy. I don't need precast. And we're going to be able to build that thing for like $15,000. We're going to save like 70 grand off the bat. So it's kind of wild. I'm going to do that throughout this project. Fencing, I'm going to show you guys every trick I know to put sweat equity. I don't cut corners on quality, but I will work every deal that I can to make these affordable. These are a big swing for me and my partners. Money-wise, we are not rich, and this is a 5-acre, 50,000 square foot development. So hopefully we got some really great tenants coming that are going to help with that once it's done. But obviously a lot of the capital expenditures up front, like the road, are coming straight off the top. So guys, follow me along, like and subscribe, because I'm going to have a ton of content on this. We have some awesome pool content as well. And just in the next week or so, I'm going to be showing you that house that we built that's got the Bitcoin heating system. I'm going to do a deep dive on that. I'm going to show you this stuff from World of Concrete. Cannot wait, guys. 2026 is going to be a banger. Like I said, follow along. I got so many good plans from World of Concrete, meeting with podcasters and designers that I've always been friendly with, but now I've got some FaceTime with them, and we've got some big plans to collaborate this year. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. See you guys next week.